A galactic civil war spreads across the stars. From the heights of Coruscant to fiery Mustafar, to fight the evil empire, for people join the fray. These are the heroes of the Hydian way.
Welcome to Heroes of the Hydian Way. This is a Star Wars actual play podcast, and we're playing in Edge Studios' Age of Rebellion system. This is Arc 3, Episode 3 of The Hard Road. And I'm Ben, the GM for this adventure, and I'm using they-them pronouns.
Hey, I'm Erica Goodwitch, and I'm playing the they-them who avoids mayhem, Norin Gremian, engineer-scientist.
I'm Zach, I use they-them pronouns. I'm playing Shen Mayhem Shazin, who uses he-him pronouns, and he's an infiltrator interrogator.
I'm Henry, I use she-they pronouns, and I'll be playing Isasel An, who uses she-her pronouns, and she's the ship pilot and captain.
And I'm Joy, I use she-her pronouns, and I'm playing Kedra Javik, a sharpshooter, who's very smart.
To get to know our characters a little bit better, we get one to ask the rest of the question. And today, it is Isazel's turn.
Okay, everyone, I feel here that we're all very confident ourselves. Mayhem, avoiding them. I'm really looking at you two right now. But just because we're confident in ourselves doesn't mean, we're not interested or intrigued by someone else. So I actually wanted to ask this totally not weird question. If you were to switch places with another member of the crew, the entire crew, who would you switch places with? And why? I'd really love to know why.
Wait, what are the parameters of this question? What do you mean switch places? Like switch job title duties?
No,
switch...
like you become that person. Like instead of being, I'll use myself as an example. I would honestly love to switch places with Jones. It would be to be an assassin droid with a flowy cape and a monocle. It just seems cool. Just all day, all night. You're cool.
I see.
I need to work at it.
He has all the money. Everybody's money. He gets all of it. 5 credits at a time.
You just have to throw 5 credits towards Aziz. It's like, what? How did you know he would choose that one?
What? Well, because it's a smart choice, obviously. Look at that. Look at it.
So I would switch places with you, Isabel, because I would love to fly this ship. I think that would be so fun. And then I could, make the ship be so, good that where I could just push buttons and shoot everything by myself. I would love to switch places with you and fly. That would be the best for me. That would be what I want.
It is pretty fun.
Yeah. It looks fun. You do so good. You're the best pilot ever. You can turn upside down and do loop-de-loops and flippy flops and things like that, and so fun.
It's always fun until you crash, and then it's less fun for about a couple of days while you fix the ship.
Oh yeah, but we haven't crashed because you're so good.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Shin?
Oh, I'm good. I was just What about you, Norin?
I just kind of cross my arms over my chest and look straight back at you. I think I'd like to switch places with Shen.
You don't need...
Be interested to know what goes on in his head all day.
You don't get to know that. That's not part of the deal. Is it? Wait, is it?
I mean, you get access to all his documents. You'd be Shen. You'd have all the things that Shen keeps in in his room, all the documentation.
I don't think you'd like it. Well, I mean, if you found it. Oh no, you'd know where it is. Oh God.
Why, are you in massive debt or something? Is this something I should know about?
I'm in massive something. More like deep something, but
Deep space.
Yeah. There's nothing untoward in my file that I provided for this position. Mostly.
Mm-hmm.
He probably have Weiss somewhere that he has hidden, stashed away.
I have what somewhere?
A wife?
Oh no. No.
Ah, divorce.
No,
Oh, that's
I was married to my job. Being
How do-
a doctor is a very requires a lot of dedication. You know, travel a lot, all over the place. Didn't have time. Now I'm old, so
So you have multiple wives all over the place?
No, I don't have any wives all over the place. I don't have any wives anywhere.
Oh.
I was always working and playing Caverns and Great Dragons.
So our destiny pool for tonight is 3 light side and 2 dark. So the camera picks up, there is a muddy planet off in the distance. The camera pulls down, and there you can see the Codfather and a Arquitens light cruiser docked together. The Codfather's on the left, and the Arquitens is on the right. The Arquitens is a bit bigger of a ship, and fairly standard angry triangle shape. And at the point of the triangle, it's docked to the Codfather. The camera then swings down and passes through the hull of the ship to where the airlock is on the Codfather. Who do we see waiting to greet the Imperial inspection party?
Norin is there
Isabel is also there.
with a data pad, sort of adjusting their uniform and smoothing their hair back so they look as official as possible.
Isabel's right next to them. God, not on her. She left that on her captain, and that in the holster on the captain's chair. She's just standing next to Norin, trying to look official with her arms crossed behind her back, trying to look a little tough.
Keedra's too busy in her bedroom trying to figure out if she should bring the gun out or not, if it's too intimidating, or if she should bring it out and have it there just in case.
Shin will be there nervously after the captain couldn't decide between the Hawaiian shirt and the turtleneck. Ended up going with the Hawaiian shirt. Now they're second guessing themselves. And Imperials make them anxious. So they're just trying to look small. They still have those cool glasses on, though.
The airlock door opens, and there's an Imperial lieutenant there, somewhat reedy, still a little musculature, or muscly, but very tall, very thin, having their hair slicked back, and in a proper, the beigey gray uniform color of the Imperial Navy. The lieutenant command bar on their upper chest, and with the Imperial cap on. And they're flanked by 4 stormtroopers behind them in a 2x2. Oh, an ISR craft. We haven't seen one of those here in a while. We haven't had need of one. What brings Intersector Rescue to Lindo Braff?
Our presence was requested by a local collective of workers, the Tame and Back facility, to supplement an on-site hospital and workshop.
This is most irregular. You say that it is from a collective of workers that you're being brought in?
That's who the request was submitted by, yes. And Norin hands over the data pad with the documentation and everything.
Takes a data pad, scrolls through the reference pages on it, clicks on a few of the different sources for it. Oh, this is most unusual, but it does seem that this is in order. Due to the nature of the facility, we shall have to inspect the craft, but due to your employer, we are not going to have to take a look at personal items. But if you can show me and my associates to the areas of the ship, we shall be out of your... look around. We shall be out of your hair and fur very shortly.
Of course, and you can follow me this way.
The stormtroopers They've got a sidearm and a hand scanner. And it looks like one's got a electronic scanner, the other one's got a bio scanner. And they're going through and following everyone who's leading them. It looks like the stormtroopers are in pairs with how the airlock is on the ship. There's 2 that are heading towards the crew cabins, and there are 2 that are heading towards the lab and the engine room. And the lieutenant is... I think he's going towards the bridge. So, past the crew quarters, as they're starting to scan things.
Isacel's gonna fall alongside the lieutenant, just like kind of be like, the whole like, I'm the captain here, so in case you need me, I will be here.
I'm in the crew quarters going, should I bring the gun or should I leave it? Would they be intimidated or would they be threatened? Oh, nobody here to ask. Okay, I just take it. No, but then if I do, they get yelled at me. I don't know what to do. I'll just sit and clean it while I figure it out. So I'm going to sit on my bed and start cleaning my gun.
You don't really have anything that's too untoward anyway. Like, even considering the guns and the chemicals and all that sort of stuff, there actually isn't anything that untoward on the ship.
No.
It's mostly the 2 stormtroopers going through looking. The one thing I am wanting to get is...
Oh no.
Okay, so Trellway's stealth, his hiding ability, is 2 green. And I'm going to be getting these stormtroopers going through with a bioscanner, so they are 2 green and a boost. So that would turn into 2 purple and a setback on Trellway's attempt to hide. Everyone else is chain codes and all that sort of stuff, like... Hookman's...
I didn't mean to hit enter already. I'm sorry.
I mean, worst case, y'all argue for boost, but... And then we can just roll the boost.
Yeah, because I'm a really good fake ID maker.
I'm figuring that Hookman just mustered out semi-properly, and Aziz is just a chatterfan, and no one cares about a chatterfan. Because they're too tiny to do anything nefarious.
He pretends like he doesn't speak common.
Of course not. Like, he just knows how to ask for blue milk.
I know a boost that a way to get one boost that might have helped if they're going through and open the door, like opening doors, like seeing like, all right, who's in here? Okay, when they open the door to Kidra, it's just like that would distract you. Just seeing like someone on the like chair, giant gun being cleaned. And it's Kidra.
All right.
Kidra.
Yeah, I can totally go with that.
Clean.
So adding 2 boosts to it?
Sure.
Oh, nice.
All right,
My
so
gosh.
3 successes and 1
Threat.
Threat.
Yeah, 1 threat.
yeah.
And, okay, I forgot that a boost had a double advantage side. So yeah, 3 success, 1 threat. The Wayfarer has parallel hallways. And in theory, you've got 2 scanning teams plus an officer there. It should be hard to get around them. Now, they are stormtroopers, and they're not scanning techs. So they may not be that great at it. And apparently, Trellway's just good at keeping ahead of them. There's 1 threat left. I'm going to go with that this lieutenant thinks he saw something like an Imperial shirt, like the undershirt that they would wear under their officer's jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm figuring that as they're going through, it's like, okay, yeah, this is an occupied crew berth that is Trellway's, but one of the things that's left out is just one of his Imperial
Undershirts.
Yeah, like something that has a very obvious Imperial shirt.
It's got the logo stamped on it somewhere.
Yeah.
Or it's
So-
a very specific color or
like
Yeah.
cut and stuff like that.
It's got creases, so you can tell if it's a military uniform.
It just looks very specific. It's like, oh, that's weird. The crew complement matches, everything scans okay. It's just weird. Something's off. We're not quite sure what. Nothing too bad, but yeah, something's off. But they aren't able to get a hint of Trollways here. And yeah, there's nothing on the Codfather. There's just a bunch of medical supplies. There's the 2 medical droids. There's the operating room. Hookman and Izzy are very efficient at seeming old and not exactly threatening. Like, Hookman sort of plays up being an old mechanic, and Izzy just is small and chitter. So, yeah, the Imperials just sort of go through, and they do their inspection. Nothing super bad happens from it. They don't really catch Trollway. Jones is there, and it looks like Jones is powered off, and the way that he's powered off makes it look like you can't tell if he's a statue, powered down, or just supposed to be like that. Maybe he's just playing dead. You're not quite sure. Did that mustache twitch? Didn't it? But it takes about 10 minutes for them to go through. They're being realistically thorough. They're going through, they're scanning, they're opening the door to each crew cabin. Some of the stormtroopers are actually looking under desks and that sort of stuff, making sure that no one's really hiding. They do a spot inspection on some of the crates, making sure that what's inside looks to be what's actually there, that the Bacta tanks are actually filled with Bacta. It's little things.
Not my moonshine. Use Bacta so you don't go blind.
So 10 minutes later, they're back at the airlock. Well, it does seem that everything here is in order. And it shall be interesting dealing with the Intersector rescue in a non-emergency fashion. Now, there's a designated spot in Brivis for non-Imperial ships. Your berth will be assigned in low orbit once you get in contact with Brivis Landing Control. They're a good, if civilian, crew there. Very efficient. Word of advice, do not play sabacc against them.
Duly noted.
If you're wanting to do anything like ask questions or something like that of the lieutenant, now would sort of be the time. Or if you're just wanting to shoo him off the ship, also would be the time.
Not shoo him off, but like give him like an before heading on his way out. It's like, Lieutenant, once again, what was their name again? I didn't catch it earlier.
They are Lieutenant Bass.
Lieutenant Bass, would you like a cup of caf to go? We have a very full galley that could take care of most drinks. We had to-go cups.
Alas, not while I am on duty. It would be untoward for a officer of my rank to be seen having a drink from one of the vessels that I have inspected.
You know what? I completely understand. Though, if you ever find yourself nearby when you're not on duty, pass by for a cup of caf.
Captain, he said it's untoward. I mean, sorry, Captain.
It's okay. My friend here likes to keep me on the up and up.
Of course.
But, Lieutenant Boss, it was great working with you. And we'll make sure that our airlocks are completely detached before flying off. That airlock has given us a lot of problems. We need to really fix that.
We shall ensure the same from our side. If there is nothing else, give my best to Brivis Control. All right. Back to the Embracery. And gives a very smart turn, and the 4 stormtroopers give a almost parade turn as they all start walking back through the airlock. Which, as soon, like, you swear it would be about to hit the heel as he walks through, it slams down.
That's when I show up. Are they coming? Did they arrive yet? I got my gun. I cleaned it, and I think it'll be good to intimidate them and maybe like to welcome them. Okay, so are they here yet?
They've been and gone.
What?
They've been and gone.
Oh,
they
they're
didn't
here.
go in the room with you. They were kind of.
No, they're gone.
Oh, they like ghosts. They come so fast. Did you see them? Were they invisible?
He's like, like we did see them, but they're very sneaky. I'll give them that.
Oh.
Let's get the
Okay.
position, get out of here, though.
Oh, I missed it. I want to lean over to Shen. Shen, I was debating if I should bring gun or not bring gun. Next time, should I bring gun or not bring gun?
I mean, anytime you have to question whether or not you should, maybe you shouldn't,
Oh.
Speak your, it's like, I never imagined you even having that thought. So, I mean.
It's his first time because of all of the recordings I had to watch. Isabel, like, I had to, like, from her, she told me, like, I always should think, do I need the gun? So I was thinking, I was trying to do what she said, which is think, do I need the gun? And of course, I always need the gun, but, like, I didn't know if that would intimidate them or not, and so I was debating it.
Well, I guess when dealing with the Imperials, if the captain says everything's cool, then probably no gun.
Okay. So
But-
no gun, unless the captain says we need gun.
When dealing with Imperials, you don't want to. They're kind of jumpy sometimes. So
Okay. I don't like Imperials.
As you're
Yeah.
discussing, the ships have disengaged, and the Arquitans is now moving off. At this point, is probably, I'm going to say a half click, which would translate into about a third of a mile. No, and whatever. About like a quarter mile away from the ship, and it's at that point where I am going to flip a destiny point
Oh no.
or break D1.
I have a bad feeling.
Okay, there we go. I mean, it would be fitting. Okay, and it's at this point, like expressly at this point, where Isazel gets a overwhelming feeling of dread and screaming.
You just see Isabel kind of like start just like kneel over, and like the moment she sees in her captain's chair, she's trying to strap on and just drops her blaster, and kind of has to like push off the chair for a second. It's like, something's wrong.
And with that, a immediate blast comes over the comms saying, all traffic in the Lindubrev system, hold location, there has been an incident on Brevis. Maintain course until your ship is able to be contacted, and we will direct you to wherever we can. At the moment, Brevis is closed to all traffic.
We came all the way out here for nothing.
Isabel like looks up to like the crew, is like, quick question. It's like, you know what? It's like, if we get signaled, we didn't hear that. She starts like prepping the ship to move. She's like, something's wrong down there.
Oh! Everybody, battle stations.
Okay, I go to guns.
Wait. No. What? No guns.
Good.
Absolutely no
not
guns.
my guns. The ship guns.
No shit. Definitely no
Oh.
ship guns.
Why not? I mean, we in the ship, and if they're bad guys, we can kill them.
Who you gonna stop, Nord, Captain, or Kedra?
You are.
You can't stop them both. You can't stop them both.
He says,
Where
like,
is Revis?
Oh, right below us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where we're supposed to be going, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now we can't because
Yeah. There's now been an incident at Brevis.
Norn, we're close enough where they might notice that we just didn't realize right away. We need to go. She's like clicking all like the switches, getting the ship ready to go.
Oh, don't look this way too long. Kedra's getting away.
I'm going into the gunnery.
oh, God.
How are you wanting to play it? Are you wanting to do the sort of fly casual style of just sort of heading fast towards the planet? You are on a rescue ship, of all things. Are you wanting to just sort of coolly head out that way, or are you wanting to just punch it?
I have an idea. And it's just like Captain has an idea. These are great. So we're in space, and in space, there's a thing. Inertia is pretty constant. Izacel's gonna try to. It's a trick she's used before. Punch it, and then turn off the engines and let inertia just take her with the ship powered down and make it look like it's just falling into the atmosphere.
All right.
You just disappeared from radar for a second.
Let's see, where is it? I'm gonna take a full throttle action. Which, let's see. I have an improved full throttle too, so I could suffer one strain to attempt my full throttle as a maneuver. It's the difficulty that I normally do for this instead of hard drops to normal, and the ship's speed is increased by what's my cunning at the moment? 2. The ship's speed is increased by 2. During this action. So right now, the Codfather's speed, I think it's like
3.
2 or like 3.
Yep.
So for this action, it's gonna be 5. It's gonna be 5.
Shin was absolutely buckling in as he was teasing Norin, knowing full well that the captain couldn't be stopped.
So I'm gonna do that piloting check.
I mean, I'm going to burn the last of my destiny points because that just makes sense.
Do y'all remember average check? Is that 2 purple or 3 purple?
2 purple.
All right, so one of those purples becoming a red.
Yeah.
Is Norin gonna help Isacel with this? That's the
Okay.
question.
No, Norin was in the process of getting up to get Kedra because Kedra doesn't listen to words.
Okay, there's one. It really is a formality, but I do want to say it. The handling should still apply to this check, so the -2 handling should still be applying.
All right, applied the -2 handling and erased the -2 handling.
Yep. I said it was a formality, but it was
Ah,
one
no,
of those
it's a
things that
formality,
I
but I
still
love
should.
it. I love being able to say it.
hmm And I'd like that you have the talent there, and which is the reason why I keep saying it. But yeah, something has happened, and y'all are going to try and do that.
All right, so currently I'm at 3 yellow, a red, and a purple. Let's see how this goes, because I'm not gonna argue for boost, because a little stressed. And we get 2 advantages. Okay.
Surprised you didn't use a destiny point, but okay.
Well, I have 3 yellows already, so well, I could have. 2. Oh well, we're here already.
Fair enough. So 2 advantage.
So I'm not gonna full throttle. I have an idea what the 2 advantages could be used for.
All right. So For the failed full throttle, I am figuring that you're still jamming the throttles forward, and you're not getting the special mixture or whatever it is that full throttle actually works out to, but you are going full speed in the ship. So instead of it being the rather nice, calm, say, 1 that the ship had been going, because that is the nice, no one gets hurt, no one gets spooked speed, now you're jumping to 3.
Oh yeah, that works. And I have an idea for the 2 advantages.
Absolutely.
Is that with everything going off, there's no way there's not a panic in upper and lower atmosphere. We kind of just like fall into the panic. We're just like, it's another ship that they're trying to keep track of, and it's just like, and especially if they ping it, it's ISR, so it's like even if they ping it, it's like one of those like, oh, okay, it's kind of supposed to be there. It's like we're looking for the ones that aren't supposed to be here.
Like, we've been registered as going in, but no one's actually doing anything about it.
Yeah.
We've gotten 3 marks against our license. Good job, Captain.
You think I only have 3 marks?
Oh.
On this license.
This license. You don't want to know about the other one.
I know someone who can take care of that for you.
Yeah, you are able to very easily get into the confusion of traffic over the city, and part of this confusion is there is a column of smoke. It really does look like an explosion that has happened in one sector of the city. There has been an explosion. It is big enough that we're talking an entire sector of the city, and it's rising up. And from within, as you get to it, you can see the Star Destroyer itself angling up and coming out of the cloud that is there. It looks like, at least at some point, the Star Destroyer had been enveloped by the explosion. And you can still see a few twigs of light, like something's happening within the cloud column, and the Star Destroyer is coming out. Actually, to the point where I figured that enough time has gone by that everyone's at the station that they're wanting to be at. Yeah, that things have happened, and if like Norn's wanting to turn around, get to the co-pilot seat, or what have you, it absolutely could happen.
When Izazel punched it, Norn was like unbuckling and standing up and moving, so then they and unceremoniously got like flattened to the ground. So yes, they've gotten up and they've buckled back into their seat, and they have some choice swears under their breath as they will assist Izazel with the next check.
Hey, Norn, I'm sorry you got hurt. I didn't know that was going to happen. Didn't mean to tease you.
At this point, most of the ships are in a parking height, like they are just outside the atmosphere. Are you wanting to take the Codfather down to the city itself, or are you wanting to sort of be in these group of ships that are circling over?
Because since we got the information and the dossier for like this information, all this, where the medical facility we were going to help, it was on there, right?
Well, at the moment, this sector of the city, it's kind of hard to say where the explosion is located at the moment. Like, you're coming in from orbit. The cloud is sort of spread enough that it's kind of hard to see the entire city, let alone, like, we're talking truly massive explosion.
Oh, perfect. Great to hide in. So we're going straight to the ground. We're just like...
All right. Because, yeah, like, any explosion that is big enough essentially just turns into a mushroom cloud. As the mushroom head is slowly rising up, and you're seeing the shell propagate out. The Star Destroyer is still rising up, half obscured, like almost like it's riding the cloud up. to use the cloud as to duck in under the cloud, that would definitely be a piloting space roll. On account of the speed that you're going, would be a 3 red and 2 setback kind of a check.
Oh, I'm so glad I have a natural pilot. Oh my
Well,
lord!
this looks heavy.
I got my 3 yellow, my boost from Norin. Someone use one of those destiny points. I need to get a green. Oh my lordy! And we got any more boost we can argue for?
The mushroom cloud and explosion is still very distracting. They're all headed a different direction, even though, like,
Yeah, who'd be
Yeah.
foolish enough to be going straight to the to the mushroom cloud?
that's true.
I could maybe make a knowledge education check to tell you how the mushroom cloud is going to further develop.
To avoid like backdraft and stuff or
Yeah.
turbulence.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's totally cool.
That is totally cool.
Do it before I do my piloting.
I mean, that should be a hard check with 1 upgrade on account of time crunch. So call that 1 red, 2 purple.
All right.
Oh lord, no!
1 success and a despair.
So you warn about it, but then it happens anyway. As you're warning about it. No.
Nah.
That's mean.
Uh-huh. It's almost like there's consequences for directly disobeying Imperial orders. Anyway.
Okay, no. I know what the despair is going to be. It is not yet, but it will be there.
So, do I get another boost because of that?
I mean, it was successful. Yes, you do.
Yay! We'll deal with that despair in a second. So I have 3 yellow, a green, 2 blue, 3 red, and let's roll to see what we do. 5 advantages and a despair.
The most painful boost ever.
Oh my gosh.
gosh.
Wow. I mean,
I
at
got
least
a
you
real
used the
bad
light
feeling
side
about this.
point.
Well, at least we didn't have any failures. We just had
Despair.
I
It's called the house.
mean, technically.
Well, Yeah, the whole problem is like you don't have net success.
Yeah, we don't have net success.
So there is that. But on the other hand, what else do you have?
5 advantages and a despair. We have 2 despairs sitting on top of us right now.
Shen's gonna get arrested. Shen's gonna get arrested. And then he's gonna have to explain later why he was arrested.
All right. I might have an idea for the advantages. First, I want to know what happens with our just initial failure at piloting.
All right. So I'm figuring that like the actual piloting move happens. Like the duck down under the cloud totally happens. All that stuff is happening. It's just it's not going as well as Izazel had planned. So what I am thinking is, so you duck out of the way of the Star Destroyer. It's riding the cloud up as if it's being pushed by the cloud. The cloud is spread out over this, like, actual section of the city. So you can't really see what's in it. But as you're flying in under, there is, like, rock just flying up. And it looks like there is still detonations happening. But one of the things that you don't realize until it happens is all of a sudden you are hit by a blast on the top side of the ship, and it is doing 11 damage breach 4.
Oh lordy!
On the top side of the ship?
On the top side of the ship.
Criff.
Breach 4, so... Wow, that straight up, like, just negated our armor, so... We would be at 21 hull trauma out of 32.
Ooh.
All right, hull trauma.
Shin throws up.
Okay, if that's it, I know what the 5 advantages are for.
All right.
Which is... So remember how we've been talking a lot about crash landings as of late, and that we haven't crashed yet?
Oh gosh.
So another trick, one of many tricks ESL has pulled is, going in hard and making it look like a crash landing. And I will burn all 5 advantages for it looks like we crashed into the ground. We're
All
not
right,
crashing
I can
a little,
totally
actually,
go
for
with
real.
that. Absolutely going with that.
So just as we're about to crash, ESL just screams at just calls out to the group, everyone, vomit bags on now. She knows her crew. And how she crashes, it's a trick she's learned where she kind of bounces it a bit to make it look like, it's hit and skid, and then on one of the bounces drops the landing gear and tries to slide and park.
Nice. You absolutely do. And you nailed this kind of a landing. The ship itself has obviously taken a fair amount of damage. And you can see a large crater that your ship is relatively close by. It looks like you came down in the middle of a park that is now a combination of green and gray from the falling Duracrete ash. It's still kind of foggy. Outside the air, it looks to be only semi-breathable. It looks like there's a lot of debris and just fine particulate ash in the air. It is starting to, we'll call it rain down, where you can hear the little ping, ping, ping of shards falling down onto the ship.
Does the ship take more hull trauma from crashing?
Or system strain, since it was something that was trying to be controlled.
Yeah, I'll go with some system strain. Actually, I'll go with 5 system strain. And let's see, that's 5. I want to see what this does. I'm not saying what it is.
5 out of what?
We have 20 system strain starting, so we'll be down 15 out of 20. Oh, that.
Okay, so 6 system strain.
Yeah.
Yep. At least it's only an easy difficulty.
For the listeners, it is a minor crash.
Yeah. We have ship crit 12, which is mechanical stress, which causes an extra point of system strain. But it also marks us with having a critical...
Technically, this is ship crit minus 12.
Minus 12. Oh.
Yeah. Because a minor crash, I also might not be doing this entirely correctly, but a ship crit minus your defense times 10 is what I was doing.
Okay.
Whether that's entirely correct, I could be off by factors, but whatever. That's
I
a
won't
roll that's
argue.
gone.
Negative 12 seems quite nice. I've seen that chart once those numbers start getting higher. It's not good.
Oh, no, it's not.
Even if I'm wrong, it would have been jostled, which would have been the crew's suffering a strain and being disoriented for a round instead of the ship suffering 1 point of system strain.
Yeah, okay.
Potato. I will go with the one that is like the smallest of all crits. But yeah. In doing that, bit of mechanical stress as you land.
Note of that. We'll have to fix that before we leave.
I'm figuring that the landing gear's overstressed.
Captain, why did you crash? I thought you were the best pilot ever.
Well, I mean, they were firing at us, so we need to make sure it looked like we crashed.
I think that they're going to have scratches on your ship now. Are you going to be angry?
I gotta go
He's
change
just
my shirt.
Issa was actually kind of like not paying attention to that. She's like, all right, crew. She's like finally picking up her blaster, strapping herself. All right, crew, we need to move immediately. There's definitely hurt civilians outside. Norin, Shen, you two start prepping the medical bay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll change my shirt.
Kitra, you're going to
I'll
go with
bring
me.
my gun and I'd help, okay?
You could bring the gun, but we're going to work completely on bringing people onto the ship. There's going to be hurt people.
Yes, but I will shoot bad guys.
No, you might, or you might not. Let's focus on helping the people. It's just like calls on the comms. It's like L1. It's like you and the Pitroids come with us and start helping people. Aziz, Hookman, you stay here with the crew and Aziz, you stay here and start helping with preparation. Hookman, you're with us. Showaway, keep ear on all communications. Patch them through as necessary. We're gonna get emergency distress calls. And Jones, you're with me.
Come on, Jones, let's go.
5 credits to SZ as he walks down the hall.
I got my gun. It's all clean and ready to shoot the bad guys.
And
we
know
can
what?
help them.
Oh, we gotta help the people. And can I use a destiny point? You know what are they called? Not the rebreathers, the like oxygen bag things that
Yeah.
there were in episode 5 inside the asteroid.
Yeah.
Can I burn a destiny point that was just on this ship ready to go? Because it's like looking outside, it's like, yeah, some goggles. Everyone who's going outside, be prepared.
Absolutely.
So goggles, air, like rebreather, taking like, and just like, okay, now let's go find people and bring them on here.
Yeah, that gets around the atmospheric issues, so I don't have to look up whatever the environmental effects are. Much appreciated. As you go out of the ship, you're on the edge of a somewhat large crater. The crater itself has smaller craters within, but this one is unfathomably large. We're talking, it's down probably 100 feet and like a half mile in diameter. Something obviously exploded, like something very major has exploded. Right next to it, and in fact it looks like somewhat inside of it, there looks to be a very industrial style building, probably some form of manufacturing facility. It looks like it's sticking into this giant crater. Some of it has the earth underneath it that has been blown away. This portion of the factory looks like some of it is not there, but some of it is still there, but in structurally bad situation. The crater itself has pockmarks within it that looks like smaller craters inside. Doesn't look like there's any debris inside these pockmarks. And you can see smaller pockmarks and craters heading in a particular direction down a large city road that goes in between a couple apartment buildings. At the moment, looking outside, the palette is just gray, white, and black. The sun is completely obscured by the cloud, and at the moment, any of the darkness-triggered lights are trying to turn on, but a lot of them are flickering because major electrical issues.
Oh God, we're in Silent Hill.
For whoever's outside, can I get a average perception check? So a 2 purple perception check.
Yeah.
If you want, you can do it as a group, but...
Actually, there might be something I have for this. One moment. Let's see if I got this or not. Okay. Oh, wait. Never mind. We're not in a starship, so this doesn't count. Sorry, I had a 1 for like perception checks, but since we're not in a starship like flying, it doesn't count here. So don't mind me. Oh, I canceled out.
I have 1 success and 1 threat.
As you're looking around, like the Codfathers landed, crashed in this park. You can see the skid marks of the landing claws in the pod, which looks to be mildly dented. Then, as you look 2 blocks away, you can see a larger building with a large flickering sigil on it that you're very certain that that is the hospital that you were supposed to come in originally. We're supposed to come in and help out with. And it looks like it may not have taken a brunt of this, but it definitely looks like it was close to whatever explosion happened.
Captain,
Yes, Kidra?
over there is the hospital I think we're supposed to go to, and it looked like it got a lot of damage. Do you see it?
As soon as Isacel sees it, she just pulls out the comms, just like, sure away. See if you can, like, open up contact to the hospital. It looks like we're going to be the only workable facility in the area.
Oh, yes. I absolutely will try and find something in this cripping mess. Have you seen that? Oh, of course you have. I will get on the horn right away.
Shin is actually hustling around the ship, getting medics and outs ready, and preparing all sorts of IVs and beds, and getting all of the spare cots out, and whatever Norn would help with. Like if there's any like team lift stuff or whatever.
Norin takes a minute to leave their post. They're a little shell-shocked. But then gets to the medical station and starts setting up all the machines and directs the droids in moving things too heavy for humanoids to move.
Hey, Norin, I know it's a lot, but you're doing great, and everything's going to be fine.
Sure thing, Shen.
I know it's a lot. If you need to go and sit down, that's fine.
Thank you, Shen.
I don't know. You just look. I just okay. Well, okay. Bye. Runs off to keep pulling cots out.
Definitely not a happy camper here.
Oh, this next thing coming over the comm is not going to help, because you just hear over the comm, Isacel going, it's like, all right, team, we're going to focus our rescue on the apartment building. We're going to have a lot of civilians coming in. Be prepared for a lot.
Roger, Captain. Aye.
Captain, should I go to see the hospital, see if any survivors?
You know what? It's just like Isacel takes out like an additional grabs an additional comm, hands Skidra. It's like get to the facility, connect them to the ship. We're probably gonna need to pull some people there to us and us to them.
Okay.
We need to bring our operations together in order to help as many people as possible. Everyone, constant communication on comms. I don't want to hear any moment where we stay quiet to ourselves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Can I make a leadership check?
Absolutely.
It feels like... So, leadership for me is 2 yellows and a green, and I'm burning a destiny point for that.
Please do.
I mean, you have a bunch, and this is probably the last roll of the night, but also...
So I'm just going to use that real quick. There we go. What's the difficulty of this leadership check?
Norin's not exactly receptive at the moment. So I don't know.
I'm figuring red and a purple feels about right. Okay, you haven't rolled yet. Go with it being 2 purple. No, 2 red. I was being 2 red.
I was about to say, it's like, don't downgrade that for me.
No, I was meaning to upgrade.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm going to argue for a boost right now. Can I get a boost because Isacel, compared to like how she usually her laws of her, she's been very much on the, like, it's very almost immediate how fast she's gone into operations mode. Can I get a boost for for her staying in operations mode had been like are immediately going to help, like aiming to help people, kind of tried like the hope that they've seen her succeed before.
Yeah, I can go with that.
Cool. So that's 3 yellow, a boost, 2 red. Let's see what we get. A failure and 3 advantage.
Oh no!
my gosh.
So the crew ain't feeling it.
Just means that you're not very inspiring at the moment.
Oh, she is not. It's like she's barking orders at people who need kindness. I have an idea for the 3 advantages. So, the crew may not be feeling leadership, and we'll find out later if this helps at all. But can the 3 advantages just be? Because I have a feel like over the comms, like I have a feeling Trailway's gonna start seeing a lot of chatter going to comms, and can the 3 advantages be going across? Just Isacel going like, "There's an intersector rescue. We are here to help," and just we may not have hope as a crew, but the people might have hope as a crew instead.
For this episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way. You can find show updates at linktree/The Hydian Way, and you can find me, Ben, on the socials at Deuterium Ice.
You can find me, Erica Goodwitch, at goodwitchstudios.com and linktree/Erica Goodwitch.
You can find me, Zach, at Tales of the Outer Rim, Linktree, and I guess GM to Season Tales from the Great Library.
And you can find me, Henry, everywhere as at SimDisorder with 1 Y and 1 I in that order.
And you can find me, Joy, at The Other Place Podcast Season 2 as Talana, and live on twitch.tv/joyfullyme with the number 2, playing a variety of games.
And we're all at thehydianway.com, where you can find previous episodes and previous seasons.
You can find more episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Plus, you can help us out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing.
You can holocom us at heroesatthehydianway.com, and you can find merch at tpublic.com/user/thehydianway.
If you like what we do and want to support the show, you can find us at patreon.com/thehydianway.
Or if you feel generous and you want to send the team some calf, at kofi.com/thehydianway.
All right. And now, XP. So, we've got 10 on the night. And then each of you have 5 to distribute.
I want to give Shin points for playing a game within a game.
Well, I'm going to give the captain 5 because the captain GM'd the game within a game.
I'm going to give Norn 5 for just like dealing with the BS, with the insanity.
And I'm going to give Kedra 5 for just the image of Kedra being on her bunk with like her big old gun and cleaning it as an Imperial opens the door, sees her in there, and closes the door, and she doesn't notice.
Nope.
She's like,
Don't
nope,
even
nope,
notice.
Nope.
I just saw how the Imperial is just like, okay, not today.
Awesome.
So that's 10 and then 5 on top of that, so 15.
Correct. 15 total.
Cool.
Yes.
20 in the XP bank. Ha ha ha.
Actually, I'm going to go with an extra 5 from me.
Oh.
An extra 5 from me. So this is for really the last half hour of gameplay. It really feels like the way all 4 of your characters played the initial hit really feels like you deserve an extra bit of XP for it.
So we each get
Well,
20
thanks.
points?
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got rewarded
So,
for
yeah,
being
you-
heroes.
Okay.
Get 20. 20 on the
Okay.
night after everything's distributed.
So I need to spend my XP this week.
Yes, please. Okay, I'm
Oh,
going to stop
there's
the
gonna be
same
some
yeah.
interesting stuff
Yeah,
that
you
I'm
do.
gonna spend it on. God darn it, you two! I was trying so hard to laugh. Could the 3 of us just be going across? Just Isasel going like, "There's an intersector rescue. We are here to help." And just, we may not have hope as a crew, but the people might have hope as a crew instead.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm still mad at you,
No,
but all the other people are great.
Maybe not great, but yeah.
Well, are receptive to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is going to be Isasel's mercy moment.
As long as Norn is not mad at Kidra, she's okay.
Norn's mad at all of you. Eric is great. Eric is fine. Erica's
Erica's
like,
loving it.
heck. Yeah, Erica's like, heck yeah, let's fly directly towards the explosion and ignore the Imperials. Norn is not.
I mean, I'm also very interested in Norn's reaction when Norn finds out what exactly caused said bump on the way down.
Well, it came from above.
Yep.
And there's nothing really above us but Imperials. So,
I mean, it could be rock.